Okay, hi everyone. This is your host, Yisbel Bera, and I'm so excited for another amazing episode. And today we have for the second time, I'm so honored, so grateful for this amazing international and global coach, Peggy Delano. Thank you so much for being
Hi.
here. So
Thank
good to
you.
see you.
I never thought I'd be back so quick. This is so great. When you've got the energy that you have here, it's just like drawing me back in. So
Yeah.
thank you for making time to do this today.
Of course, I'm super excited, and today we want to talk about business planning. Vision board is so important for your business, even for your personal life.
Absolutely. You held the most incredible event here today. You did a quick overview of a planning class to get everyone starting to think about it. So I know you're going to continue that. And
Yes.
then you had a vision board. And there's still people out there now. Actually, they're having so much fun. We had to say to them, hey, can you keep it down a little bit while we're
That's
going
why.
to talk about this? But so much energy, so much going on in here. And I believe that's what you attract. Every time I'm around you, there's just excitement going on.
Yeah.
And even your partners next door at the mortgage company. Is it Supreme?
Yes, yeah,
Supreme
that's right.
Mortgage
They're
Company. They
amazing.
sponsored this event today.
Yes.
So, what gave you the idea? Everybody does business planning, but what gave you the idea to bring Jackie in to do the vision board?
Yeah, I think Jackie with J&D title, she's so great at it. I think she's the best vision board class just because she's been doing this for the last 7 years, and I've been teaching business planning for the last 5. I'm a huge business plan person. I believe that if it's not in writing, it doesn't happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And my mentor, my best friend, Gene Frederick,
I love Gene.
You know Gene. He walks
love
around
him.
with his goals in his pocket. And now so many people want a picture with Gene. He's kind of like, okay, show me your goals and you can get a photo. So you're right in there. You're talking to your agents. You're making them feel so welcome today. Even brand new agents were like,
Yes.
okay, I can do this. I can figure it out.
Yeah, no, that's right. And one of the important things about business plan, I don't know what do you think about that, but it's important that we have a strategy, that we have a schedule, that we have an action plan, and that we need to ask ourselves every single day, does this align to my end goals? So we have to be careful how we spend our time, the conversations we have, the connections we make. So what do you think about that? If you can explain a little bit about in your extensive experience in business.
I've done business planning classes forever. And the twist that I really loved with yours, and I think that could be a 2-day business planning class. You're kind of selling
Yeah.
yourself short on this. But what I love was you kept going back to your agents and asking them to connect it to their values. Is this really what represents you? Is this really what you're thinking about? And I know that I kind of looked around when you said to everybody, okay, I want you to write down your value proposition. As a new agent or even a seasoned agent, you could see that they were like, oh, I don't know if I really have one or whatever. But you made it so easy. You broke it down, thinking and asking great questions.
Yes,
And
yes.
the W questions are
Yeah.
amazing. If you want to talk a little bit
Yeah,
about that.
no, of course. And again, our mission statement, our vision statement has to align with who we are and who do we want to serve, okay? We understand that we cannot speak to everyone. There's one conversation that you should be having. There should be one niche, one target. I mean, again, let me say that again. We are able to serve everyone, but we need to have one message in business because
Right.
you cannot be talking to the investor, the first time home buyers, and all this at the same time, for example, in the real estate industry. So, whatever capacity you are, you need to have one message very clear that aligns with your vision and mission statement now that we are almost the end of the year.
Right.
And ask yourself, does this align with your principles and value, like Peggy was saying, explaining? And another big thing, Peggy, is the budget.
Oh,
Yeah.
huge. And I think that's another thing to really go over in detail. That takes agents, money is a scary topic. And a lot of agents I know, they're afraid to have that conversation. I find it in my coaching clients when I work with them on what's the relationship with money. You got to go a little bit deeper. And
Yes.
I'm really happy today that you didn't go that deep on it. That's going to be the next part of your
Yeah, for
budget
sure.
because it can be overwhelming.
Oh,
And
yes.
but you said to them, the sky's the limit. Start thinking about what you would like
Yes,
to
right.
have. And it brings us kind of in the vision too, because Jackie brought a blank check for everybody to make out for themselves.
I know, I love it. I love it. And you have to think out of the box. And if your goals doesn't scare you, then you need to rewrite them again and make sure that you are able to measure them because there's a huge difference between which and goals. And I love when you were asking intentional question of an example that I was giving about even myself.
Oh, I called you
When
out.
I love that. When is it you wanna accomplish this?
So tell everybody what your
Yes,
goal is
yes.
and when you're going to do it by.
Yeah, and if you can dip on that right now, like in your goals measurement and why it's so important. What?
Well, okay, so I'm going to use you as an example. Your goal is to have a commercial agent on your team.
That's right.
So you declared it. And I think it's so important when you're talking to people that you really declare what your goal is.
Yes.
So you felt really comfortable about that and you were about to shut it down on that part of it. And I said, oh, no, no, no. I need to know. Please tell us when you want to declare that goal by. And you kind
Yes.
of looked at me and I'm like, okay, when's it going to happen? Because if you
Yes.
don't put a date on it, well, it's
Yeah.
kind of like it could be next year and the following
Yeah,
year.
100%. And it just stay in the limbo. So something really important when you're writing your business planning, make sure that you're putting set times, a specific time. Is it going to be March 2025? I am going to be able to accomplish March 2025 in a day, March 31st, March 15th. Or April, May, whatever is anybody's goal, because people are watching us from different capacity
Right.
and industry.
Exactly.
All kinds of entrepreneurs.
This spreads way beyond, real estate. It's
Yeah.
any, like you said, entrepreneur who's got a business plan, who's got a small business, who's even thinking about starting a business. The other thing that you talked about in the business planning is when are you pouring back into yourself for education? What events are you going to? What is the trade event that matches with your profession
Yes.
that you're doing? So we've got Cabo coming up, which is
Yes,
our
I'm
next
super excited.
big goal out there.
Yeah.
And I think if agents started just putting a little bit of money away, kind of like taking it off the top, they'll be able to go to Cabo. Or they can go to EXPCon, which is going to be in Miami next year.
Yes, I will say that everything is reachable. Everything.
100%.
Even though some people say, you probably say this because of this, you say that. But I will tell you, if you sit down, if you believe enough, if you write it down, if you are intentional every single day, believe you are just
Every
going
day.
to accomplish. Yes. And have some grace with yourself as well.
Oh.
There's
You absolutely
Yes.
have to have grace. And that's a good lead in to our favorite book that we kind of figured out the last time we were together is John Maxwell's book,
Yes,
Failing
yes.
Forward. And I actually revisited the book. I've been working on, the things in my life and reflecting. And one of the things that's really important, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it today, but man, we had so much going
I
on
know.
here. It flew by.
Yeah, well, and next time in the Wednesday, right?
Yes,
Well,
Wake
if
Up
you-
Wednesday.
Wake
We're
Up
gonna
Wednesday.
do-
Yes.
You've got a whole class on
Yes.
John Maxwell's book, Failing Forward, that you're going to present on Wake Up Wednesday. So we're
Yes.
going to get a date on that right
Yeah,
away.
for sure.
How important is it for people to understand that concept? Why don't you explain it? Because we're all taught, right when we get our papers and our teachers would write that big F on it with a circle in a class. And oh my God, we were taught at such a young age that you're embarrassed. You just feel like you want to crawl up in a ball. And we need to embrace failing forward.
100%, 100%. And this topic is so deep, and we can spend hours speaking about it. That's why we have to, in a specific day, that where
Yes.
we are going to Right. That's why you cannot miss the next one. I love to leave the audience kind of like, okay, what is it? Because now you have a reason to join us on Wake Up Wednesday. Now, one final thought is that because I know the time is running and I know we are so grateful. What do you think about Florida market in the real estate industry?
I think there's opportunities.
Yes.
I think, again, it's what you tell yourself in your own mind. If you tell yourself it's not a great market, well, then it's not going to be a great market.
It. Yeah,
if you tell yourself there's huge opportunities, and especially in the Florida market, people love Florida. They're going to come here. If they need an agent, they need to come to you and your team. There's opportunities everywhere. It's just the way that you are looking at it and telling the stories in your own head. So
no, I always say, Peggy, that there's always someone making money. It doesn't matter what type of market we are, whether
absolutely.
Back in 2008, I know a lot of people that become a millionaire in 2008. And it was the worst time for real estate, right? But I will say it wasn't really a crash. It was a mortgage fraud because there were no regulations. They were giving loans to everyone. So again, it doesn't matter what's going on. What matters is your action plan, your strategy. That's why it's so important. Business planning, vision board. If you can see it, you can achieve it.
Absolutely. Yes, and we just came off of the tail of the election, and so many people had this story in their head. Well, we have to wait and this, that. No. People buy and sell houses every single day.
Yeah.
You had closings before the election, correct?
Yes.
You'll have closings after the election.
Yeah.
So go out there and build a relationship.
Yes.
Go out and do what you're
I love it. I love it. Any final thought, Peggy, about the business planning for any business owner, any entrepreneur? Why is important if you want to close us out in business planning and a strategy and a vision as well, vision board? Why is it so important?
Okay, that's so much, but I'll condense it because I talk a lot.
Yeah.
First of all, I believe that your vision board and your business planning goes hand in hand. You can't have a business without a vision.
I love it.
You can't have a business without funds. And I don't want people to be afraid of that. I also don't want people to go in thinking I'm going to make a lot of money in 30 days. Get rich schemes don't work. So if you are already in business or you're thinking about a business, you want to take it to the next level, the first thing I want you to do is get an accountability partner. Someone who's not going to tell you what you want to hear. I want you to sit down with someone to strategize. And your main things are, when do you want your business to start? What do you want it to look like? Marketing is huge important. And you should have at least 6 months in reserves. Make sure you are not overspending in one area. I always talk about what's going to bring you income producing money. What is going to be the best thing? And you can pivot and change your business plan. Be very, very mindful of your finances and your vision, and make sure, we didn't really talk about this, but quickly, your circle of friends, hang around with the people who are going to lift you up on that business that you want to do.
That's right.
So keep looking at your finances, know where you're going, be able to pivot or adjust. It's okay. And with the vision board, if you want to do it for your business, sit down and pick out the things that you see that you're going to celebrate in a year from now. But most importantly, on that vision board, make sure you take time for yourself. Make sure that if it's a vision board or a personal board or whatever it is, you're putting down downtime. You're putting down that vacation that you want to take, whether it's with family or friends. And always be thinking about, how can I help somebody else achieve their goals in business? Because I guarantee you, when you help other people, they're going to want to help you be success in your visits.
I love it. I believe that what she just shared is definitely life-changing if you apply each one of them. And that's a way to rise and thrive. Just make sure that you implement today, that you take action. I'm so grateful for you,
Thank
Peggy.
you.
Yes, any other final thought before we wrap it up?
Well, I just want to say on my vision board, it's coming back here in January and doing some more training with you.
Yes.
putting out to the future of 2025 on, because I believe that together, we do achieve more. We always say that. And I believe together you and I can make some huge changes in the community. But I have one last thing to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are you going tonight?
Oh, I'm super excited. I'm going to the Real Producers Award Gala.
And you were nominated in the...
And I'm in the top 5 finalists for the most inspiring story. Very, very exciting. I will tell you that Real Producer is for the top 500 agents in the Southwest Florida. We are about maybe like 9,000 agents, I would say so. And I'm so honored and grateful to be among amazing professionals being the top 5 finalists. So I'm super excited today, very grateful. And I cannot do any of this without the trust from many people that had trust their business, and one of the biggest and greatest decision of anyone, buying a home.
Buying a home. Well, we
Yeah.
wish you the best. Thank you
Yes.
again for welcoming me into your family. And I love what you're doing here. You're amazing.
Thank
You're
you.
changing lives, and I'm a witness to it. So
Yeah,
and
thank
good
you.
luck tonight.
Thank
So
you so
happy for
much.
you.
Yes, thank you so much. We'll
Thanks.
see you into the next episode.
Thank
you.